Imagine buying a home in Nevada, only to see it lose 40% of its value in just 6 months. That's not a nightmare, it's reality in 2025. Welcome to the Nevada housing market crash, where abandoned desert developments and cookie-cutter subdivisions are collapsing under massive debt. In this video, we take a hard look at the 10 Nevada cities where home prices are dropping the fastest. You'll see the red flags, broken promises, and financial traps that have left thousands of homeowners drowning in negative equity and facing the harsh reality of Zillow regret. But here's where it gets shocking. In one city, the collapse is being fueled by bankrupt casinos wiping out local economies, while another city's cheap housing deals hide a dangerous mold infestation crisis. If you're tired of the housing market madness, hit that like button and subscribe for more real estate market updates and housing crash analysis. Now, let's dive into the first city on our list. And trust me, it's already looking bad. Number 1. Las Vegas. You roll into Las Vegas expecting lights, luxury, and limitless opportunity. Instead, you find a housing market hangover so severe, even blackjack dealers feel sorry for you. In 2025, Vegas is officially the crash capital. According to Zillow, median home prices in Las Vegas have fallen 58% since their 2022 peak. That $720,000 Summerlin McMansion, now struggling to sell for $305,000, if anyone bites. What happened? Vegas bet big on post-pandemic migration, investor cash, and the short-term rental boom. But the party's over. Remote workers moved back, Airbnb cracked down, and investors are dumping properties. The result? Inventory is up 240% year-over-year, with average days on market hitting 92, the worst since the 2008 crash. Meanwhile, home insurance premiums exploded thanks to wildfire exposure and extreme heat risk. One homeowner reported an $8,100 annual policy on a 2,000-square-foot house. Add in tightening water restrictions, surging energy bills, and HOA madness, and it's a nightmare. One community fined a resident $600 for inconsistent gravel color. Another sued a couple for painting their trim the wrong shade of beige. The kicker? City Council approved a $14 million smart pole facial recognition project while slashing the Affordable Housing Fund. Today, condo towers on the Strip cite 60% vacant, and TikTok tours of Vegas housing horror stories are trending like ghost hunts. So, would you bet on Las Vegas real estate in 2025 or fold before the house takes it all? Number 2. Reno. You climb into Reno expecting casinos, craft beer, and maybe a thriving startup scene. Instead, you see plywood signs reading, "Price reduced again," and neighborhoods where the silence feels desperate. According to local MLS data, Reno's median home price has dropped 43% since early 2024, and the decline isn't slowing. Why the crash? Reno once branded itself the next Silicon Valley. But in 2025, tech jobs are vanishing. Tesla slashed operations, Google pulled out of a data center expansion, and mid-level tech transplants who once paid $1 million for a basic 3-bedroom now wish they had stayed in Austin. Add in the highest property tax hike in northern Nevada, a 14% increase to cover budget shortfalls, and homeowners are paying more every month for properties worth less. Reno also marketed itself as the artsy alternative to Vegas, but city leaders cut funding for half its art programs while pushing forward a $5.6 billion project, Million Downtown LED Light Bridge. Meanwhile, libraries now close 2 days a week. Thinking of renting instead? A new short-term rental crackdown requires a $10,000 compliance bond, annual inspections, and a city-approved parking plan. And the absurd twist? Luxury homes still list above $1.5 million in neighborhoods where comps have cratered 40%. Delusion is alive and well in the high desert. So, would you bet on Reno bouncing back? Or is this just a high-altitude housing freefall with no parachute? Number 3. Henderson. At first glance, Henderson still looks like luxury. Gated communities, palm-lined boulevards, Teslas parked beside tricked-out golf carts. But talk to locals and the illusion cracks faster than the stucco. According to Redfin, Henderson's median home price has plunged 39% since early 2024. with high-end properties taking the steepest dive. That $850,000 home in Inspirada? Now worth closer to $510,000, complete with a leaking pool, fried AC, and a warranty company that won't answer calls. What went wrong? The California exodus reversed. Pandemic transplants who once fled to Henderson are now bailing out, fed up with water shortages, rising costs, and rolling summer blackouts. NV Energy even tested blackout trials this year, hardly reassuring to homeowners. Meanwhile, property taxes are climbing to cover crumbling infrastructure and school shortfalls. And HOA fees? Don't expect relief. One gated community got slapped with a $2,700 emergency assessment after a pipe burst beneath its golf course. The kicker? In 2025, Henderson tried branding itself as a luxury housing tourism destination, encouraging tourists to rent residents' homes like designer Airbnbs while values keep sinking. To top it off, a new zoning rule bans street-visible solar panels in Nevada. So, would you ride out the storm in a so-called luxury zip code if the storm means legal fees, spiking insurance, and collapsing comps? Number 4. North Las Vegas. Driving through North Las Vegas feels like stepping into a post-apocalyptic suburb. Empty cul-de-sacs, sun-bleached for sale banners flapping in the wind, and rows of brand-new houses where no one has ever opened the blinds. And that's because no one lives there. As of Q2 2025, over 60% of new construction homes in North Las Vegas sit unsold. According to the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors, median home prices have collapsed 44% year over year, with desperate builders offering incentives like $50,000 instant equity or even free Teslas just to move inventory. Once marketed as the affordable alternative to Central Vegas, the area has turned into a crash site. Homeowners who bought in 2022 are now deeply underwater on mortgages, unable to refinance as appraisals crater. The bigger issue? Job flight. The warehousing and logistics boom that fueled growth fizzled in late 2024 when automation and AI wiped out thousands of jobs tied to Amazon hubs and distribution centers. Adding insult, HOA crackdowns are driving people out. Communities have installed facial recognition gate systems, with residents paying extra for security. And one Reddit user claimed he was fined for not making eye contact with the camera. North Las Vegas even banned visible basketball hoops, proving that here, joy itself is a zoning violation. So, would you risk $500,000 on a house in a ghost town where even your driveway is monitored? Number 5. Pahrump. You roll into Pahrump expecting small-town charm. Instead, you find half-finished subdivisions, dead landscaping, and strip malls frozen in time. According to Zillow, home values in Pahrump have plunged 47% since their 2022 peak. A brutal reality check for buyers who thought they were getting rural peace with easy access to Las Vegas. The biggest culprit? Water scarcity. In 2024, Nevada's new groundwater law slammed the brakes on new wells in Pahrump. Unless you're a commercial grower or have $50,000 to fight the water board, forget about backyard gardens, or even washing your car without guilt. But the water crisis isn't the only problem. The boomer boom that drove retirees here between 2020 and 2023 has backfired. Many are now bailing out after facing sky-high electric bills, surprise HOA fees, and insurance quotes rivaling Florida's coastal homes. Builders also overextended, leaving some neighborhoods dotted with abandoned frames and empty, unsold homes. And here's the irony. Pahrump still hosts an annual water and whiskey festival, while residents face fines of $700 for watering their lawns. One local summed it up perfectly on Facebook. "We were sold a retirement dream. We got a Dust Bowl HOA nightmare." So, would you gamble on a cheap house in Pahrump, where your neighbor's RV might have better plumbing than your new home? Number 6. Elko. You roll into Elko, a town built on gold, and it feels like the shine is gone. The main drag is lined with shuttered diners, smoke shops, and a real estate office with a duct-taped "now leasing" sign. According to local MLS data, Elko's median home price has plunged 45% in the last 12 months. After years of inflated growth fueled by the mining industry, the collapse came fast. In late 2024, two major mining employers cut operations due to falling global demand and automation. Overnight, high-paying jobs disappeared, bidding wars dried up, and homes that sold for $430,000 in 2022 now struggle to fetch $235,000, if they sell at all. The average days on market? 119 and climbing. And it's not just the economy. Rising crime has locals joking that Elko is turning into mini Reno without the good restaurants. One viral Ring doorbell clip even showed a man trying to steal porch gravel. Meanwhile, insurance premiums have doubled thanks to wildfire risk and aging infrastructure, with the city's fragile power grid flickering during a stiff breeze. The irony? Elko still proudly hosts its annual cowboy poetry gathering, while in 2025 the city council spent $400,000 on a gold nugget statue, yet cut public transit funding. So here's the real question. Would you live in a town where nostalgia is funded, but your bus route disappears? Number 7. Fernley. You roll into Fernley at sunrise. It's quiet, too quiet. Streets lined with beige homes carry for sale signs tilting like they've surrendered. Once marketed as the affordable Reno alternative, Fernley has become the poster child for the Nevada housing market crash. According to Redfin, median home prices in Fernley have collapsed 52% year over year as of Q2 2025. That's not a housing correction. It's a full-blown real estate crash. The reasons stack up fast. Too many new builds, too few buyers, and a workforce gutted by late 2024 manufacturing layoffs. Then came the knockout punch. Insurance premiums tripled after FEMA reclassified half the town as a flood risk zone. Combine that with cheap, rushed construction from the 2021 to 2022 boom, and you've got Reddit threads full of homeowners posting photos of cracked foundations and spreading wall mold. The city tried to rebrand itself as a remote worker hub, but spotty internet left new residents tethering phones just to send emails. And while schools face a $3.2 million deficit, city leaders somehow approved a $2 million taxpayer-funded sculpture garden. So here's the brutal question. Would you buy a $180,000 Fernley home if it means paying nearly $10,000 a year in insurance while watching your drywall buckle in real time? Number 8. Mesquite. You pull into Mesquite expecting golf carts, quiet sunsets, and retirement bliss. Instead, you see a parade of moving trucks heading out. The real estate collapse here has hit like a desert sandstorm. According to Zillow Q2 2025 data, Mesquite's median home price has fallen 41% in just 14 months. This city once marketed itself as an affordable retirement paradise, but it's now a case study in overbuilding and underprotection. The early 2020s brought a retiree rush, with thousands drawn by mild winters and low taxes. Developers responded by churning out stucco homes like an assembly line. But when the housing bubble popped, the fallout was brutal. By late 2024, insurance premiums skyrocketed after Mesquite was reclassified as high wildfire risk. One buyer reported a shocking $6,900 annual policy on a 1,500 square foot home. Meanwhile, HOA overreach turned daily life into a headache. $25 fines per weed in your yard, and $300 penalties if your garage door isn't painted desert taupe. Even worse, Mesquite's flagship golf course, once the star of every home brochure, filed for bankruptcy in March. Residents woke up to brown fairways and non-refundable membership fees. The irony? The city council approved a $1.2 million wellness labyrinth while cutting emergency services. So if you twist your ankle wandering in circles, good luck getting an ambulance. Would you retire here, trading peace and sunshine for HOA landmines and wildfire premiums? Number 9. Laughlin. You drift into Laughlin expecting neon lights and riverfront relaxation. Instead, you see half-lit marquees, boarded-up casinos, and sidewalks so quiet it feels like sneezing is against the law. The vibe isn't just fading. The housing market is in freefall. According to Zillow Q2 2025 data, home prices in Laughlin have plunged 48% since their 2022 peak. Once sold as an affordable riverfront oasis, Laughlin has become a cautionary tale. The death blow came when 3 major casinos closed or downsized between late 2023 and early 2025. wiping out tourism, jobs, and small businesses overnight. The fallout hit housing hard. Nearly 40% of local mortgages were tied to hospitality income, and when that collapsed, so did home values. Sellers can't unload properties without massive losses, and buyers have vanished like poker winnings on a bad hand. Worse, homeowners insurance has tripled thanks to rising flood risks. Laughlin sits on the Colorado River, and Army Corps reports show erosion risks have doubled since 2020. Flood danger plus lost jobs plus zero demand equals an economic ghost town. And the absurd twist? The city spent $750,000 on a riverfront drone show platform meant to replace fireworks. Except most nights, the drones don't even fly. Budget cuts. Meanwhile, residents line their doors with sandbags, sarcastically posting, "Welcome to beachfront property." So, would you gamble on a house where the casinos are gone, insurance is unaffordable, and even the drones don't launch? Number 10. Sparks. You roll into Sparks expecting Reno's little sibling, maybe even a hidden gem. Instead, it feels like a graveyard of half-finished dreams. Construction sites frozen mid-frame, plastic-wrapped roofs baking in the sun, and neighborhoods that look like a zombie apocalypse paused for budget review. Sparks is in a full-blown housing price collapse. According to Redfin, median home values have dropped 46% since early 2024. And it's not just old homes. New builds, mid-century flips, and even luxury condos are circling the drain. The reason? Overbuilding met zero demand. Developers bet big on endless Bay Area migration, cranking out subdivisions during the pandemic. But when the tech exodus reversed and mortgage rates soared, nobody wanted another vinyl box 3-bedroom with a bonus loft. With buyers gone, developers walked away mid-project, leaving ghost streets of exposed studs. Worse, a 2025 CoreLogic report ranked Sparks among the top 5 Nevada cities for mortgage delinquencies, meaning even the people who bought in can't afford to stay. And then there's the HOA absurdity. One neighborhood banned porch furniture unless it matched an earth tone palette. A homeowner was fined after leaving a blue cooler visible during a barbecue. Meanwhile, the city launched Sparkle Sparks, a branding campaign to attract tourists. Billboards promise a town that shines, while locals slash prices to 2018 levels and still get ghosted by buyers. Would you gamble on Sparks, where your open house comes with plywood views and an HOA ticket for your lawn gnome? What you've just seen is Nevada's housing market unraveling. Whole neighborhoods plagued by inflated prices, overbearing HOAs, soaring insurance costs, and a level of denial that feels surreal. This isn't a gentle dip in the market, it's a full-scale reckoning. For anyone thinking about buying in 2025, take this as a giant red flag. Proceed with caution. The big question is, would you move to one of these cities even at a bargain price? Or is the discount still too costly? Share your own real estate nightmare in the comments and warn others before they make the same mistake.